Okay, and here we are. They're starting now. 20 in Lint's house, and okay, 20s in both.
Always an entertaining thing to see at the beginning. Nothing good, nothing bad, just money.
Okay, it looks like 3 crystals, one is red in Light World.
And then, if we're lucky, we're going to have our pendant set up in really easy locations.
Mm-hmm. Okay, I guess Bright started late.
Whoops.
Not sure if DJ is starting late or had a, or is just on a delay.
Yeah, we will definitely find out.
Oh, DJ, what is... Okay, Brown, I mean... One of the first things that you should do in Rando, in my opinion, is always to just commit. Like, if you forget something, you just keep moving. Like, if you don't get this kill, you know, whatever, it's fine. That sign isn't even really that important in the grand scheme of things.
It's just the joys of learning how to
Okay,
Rando.
boots on Uncrawl.
Good early dip. It's going to make the rest of it a lot quicker.
Okay. A lot of money on Dam.
And lots of money just all around, so Zora is not going to be a problem.
Okay. 2 streams aren't frozen. Okay.
Ooh, we got our Bloomerang over in Blind's Hut. Nice.
And there we go.
Sadly, he didn't have a bomb to go ahead and check the back, so he'll either have to come back to that or just hope that it's not.
Okay, sword in the little cave there. Mirror as well. And an ice rod. So already found 3 items.
That is not bad at all.
DJ doesn't have the bombs.
Thankfully, though, we know that he's not missing much in the well, because that was just a big 20, but don't quite know yet for Blind. Argel is going to go ahead and show us that in just a moment.
And there's quite... Seeing the seed as fast at this point is a little fanciful, as you know, nothing has actually really happened. Like, just because you find a mirror and boots, they actually by themselves don't open up that much. So, you know, you're still gonna be on this linear track looking for other items. Now, the gloves do help out a little bit, but again, gloves don't add on that much. The cats, if they want to go in the dark, the cats, the Step Mountain and go to Hera if they'd like. But definitely not something to, you know, write home about just yet.
Yeah, thankfully there's still a lot more on the table to go ahead and check. Not only do we have all of Mini Moldorm Cave, Gina, and the eastern area, but once we have enough rupees, we got Zora in Logic. Now, thankfully, Dark Winged Duck there decided to go back for that glove, which is that is one item you really don't want to leave behind. Now, the nice thing here for Darkwing is that once he's done with Kakariko, he can be one of the only few to go check out Bomb Rocks right now and get it out of the way. If it happens to have something good, percussion-wise, then that's going to give him a darn good lead.
Yeah, I think that the big one here is going to be Argyle checking this first. Because 3 items, okay, there's Ether already, a small key, so you can actually check the other chest if they were comfortable, but doesn't seem like they are. So you can check that chest of you in the dark best way, especially with the sword. It's not too difficult to do.
Oh yeah,
Now we're
those
gonna have
dark
Argyle
rooms.
go. Oh, go ahead.
That's alright. I was saying those dark rooms can be a tad annoying if you don't have a lot of experience in handling them.
We got Argyle checking this out here, and he's gonna get his boots, which is gonna make looking around a little easier. Probably gonna do the Hyrule Castle itself. That'll be the correct option, because if you're gonna make your way over here just for 2 items, not really worth it when he could have gone to South Shore and gone 5. So if you're doing the castle along with it, it's a lot different.
Yeah. Now, Argyle, I'm gonna mess up his name many times before the night is done. He's gonna find out that there's gonna be only 2 items in the front of the escape since we have yet to find the map. And since he can logically go through this may have our progression. It may just be Bupkis.
Oh, right in here, never checked Cackwell. Because he doesn't have a sword or a mirror.
That's right. That's right, because Darkwing and Tennis both did.
Yeah.
But Bright didn't go check him out. Whoops.
That's gonna cause a pretty major issue. Because that's definitely gonna be needed for the seed. So.
Ooh, well that bottle's gonna go ahead and push people back to Kakariko to check on Sick Kid. So that's gonna be a plus.
Yeah, Bright's gonna be going through here, I guess, bomb strat with the boomerang. It doesn't have Ice Rod, Mirror, or Sword.
And it looks like it was just a heart piece in that last one. So we don't have to worry about anything else from this point onward. Dark Cross is going to have just the map. So we don't have to worry about that. And that bottle just opens up Sick Kid. So we've either got to head to South Shore Mini Moldorm area or over to Eastern. One of those two is going to give us what we're looking for.
Depending on how you're feeling, sequence breaking up the mountain, it's probably not a bad idea because it gives you an entire dungeon that you can complete, unless it's fire locked, but that's still good information.
Oh yeah.
And if that's where progression is, you might get to skip with the lamp. If the lamp is the only thing down here and progression's up there, you'll know that pretty quickly, and you might be able to skip quite a bit.
Oh yeah, that's one of the lucky type of skips that you can get, since lamp is really just a convenience.
Can Samaria, that's a pretty big find. This looks like an early Turtle Rock seed.
Oh yes.
With the ice rod, maybe even the green pendant.
Now, that would be funny if we end up having Turtle Rock be our green pendant. That'd be great. Ah, here we go. We're finally getting our Eastern type of check. Gonna check out Sahasrara's closet, or Sassy Pants, as I like to call it.
Also, it's going to be Titans. So now we're just looking for the Moon Pearl, which could be an Eastern, could be on the fish. Surprised that Tennis Dude didn't water walk just with the boots. You can just water walk from the Ice Rod Cave, and you can sequence break everything because you don't need the flippers to get, the Moon Pearl to sequence break. So, unfortunately, either doesn't know how to do that, or just chose not to. But with all the money and everything, I definitely would have done that. Those water walking checks.
Yep, just another cool trick that you can learn the more you play A Link to the Past Rando. Now, Argel is going to go ahead and finish up our Eastern checks real quick. Gets the compass in the first check, so that means we are more than likely going to have an item on Armos. If we don't find the map, though, we are kosher.
Tennis Dude doing the blind check of the cross, but will be a little sad when he gets down there.
Well, at least he'll be able to tell where to go. Maps are crucial for, navigation. But yeah, we're getting down to bare bones here.
Yeah, especially without the lamp. Like, there really isn't that much. Which is why I think that skipping the water walk is such a big deal, because that is the fastest way to get to Zora, which is in logic. The ledge isn't, and the other items aren't, but you can check those on the way, which increases the value of going up there. Otherwise, I'll have to take the lawn walk up.
Oh yeah, really, honestly, the only thing that would make a big difference right now would be lamp or flip.
Yep.
And honestly, just heading to Zora first would actually be a better go for.
I'm guessing it's going to be on. It's on Zora, so we know that now. Zora has either the lamp or the Moon Pearl or the book. Book would be the weirdest one. So it's definitely going to be the first person to go to Zora at this point. But Tennis Dude is not going to Zora. Oh, actually, Zora could also have the... Oh, no, it would have to be the lamp and the Master Sword. So Zora could have flippers, which would make everything else logically required. And it looks like DJ Darkwind is going to be farming up the last little bit of money there.
Yeah, that actually, there's a good point in chat right now. Zora is more than likely going to be our progression. Oh, a hook shot out of logic. Oh boy. Okay. I'm hoping that Zora has lamp, because that puts the hook shot in logic, that puts Death Mountain in logic, and it puts Paradox in logic. And if we find the Moon Pearl up there, that's going to put Super Bunny Cave and Hookshot Cave in logic. This could open up everything for Argel.
Mm-hmm. But Argel's not going... Like, if... The thing is that if it's the Moon Pearl, it's possible that there's nothing on Death Mountain. Because he found the hook shot out of logic. It could be that the lamp is... It could be the Moon Pearl, and we're about to find out. If it's the Moon Pearl, then Argel is just going to be on a fool's errand, basically.
Really comes down to roll the dice. Who's going to be lucky today? Us or Zora?
Oh, I don't know why DJ Darkwind put fake flippers there, because it's faster. When you're running on the blue land, like on the dark blue, you actually run faster by a few. So you should always just stay as long as you can in fake flip.
He probably just feels safer doing it this way, so that way he doesn't hard block. Nifty thing in this one, in the OG Link, you would basically just keep on crashing into the water. Ooh, no, that was... Wait, hold up. Moon Pearl!
Oh. Moon Pearl on, sorry. So what am I missing? Oh, something's
wow.
at Ada.
Yeah.
Or Adina, right. I always forget about Adina.
Okay, so it's either our flute or our lamp.
Yep. Moon Pearl on Old Man means it's gotta be the flute. Oh no, it's gotta be the it has to be the lamp. Mm-hmm. So Adina has the lamp. Or the flute and the lamp is on Death Mountain, Spectacle Rock. But yeah,
just
so it is at Adina. Unfortunately, they are in Bunny. With the mirror. Oh, and they are gonna mirror up, but unfortunately, won't be able to do the cave without. Oh, yeah. Sorry, I'm getting a little confused.
No worries.
They've got everything. They'll be fine.
Yep, we're good to check all this. Now, this is going to be really good because not only does he have all of Paradox, he's got Super Bunny Cave, he's got Hookshot Cave, we can round the bend over to Spectacle Rock, we can go to Tower of Hera. There's a good, 19 checks up here.
So lamp on Adina means that, if I was in the seat, I'd just never get the lamp. It would just not happen. I might pick up the lamp if Misery Mire is required, since it's right there. But 100% that the lamp is on Adina, barring some weirdness in the cave here. It is possible that Hera has. Oh no, it's possible that Hera has something else.
99.9%.
Yeah, it's either flute or lamp, and then the lamp might be on Death Mountain here.
Yeah, getting that Moon Pearl off of the Old Man was just an epic play altogether. It really was. And it all started with just going over to that dark room in Eastern. Mm-hmm. So all you wonderful new runners that are wanting to get into this game, practice your dark rooms.
Yep, you should learn every dark room except for Misery Mire, pretty early. That's the only one that's actually
Ooh. Whoa, hold up. Agina didn't have the lamp.
Okay, then I don't know what I'm missing.
Yeah,
Oh, they haven't handed in the bottle.
Sick Kid? Really? Oh my gosh.
Yeah, nobody's done Sick Kid. Crazy.
That is amazing. So you had to go to the front of Escape to get your bottle, to then go get the lamp from Sick Kid, to then go up to the eastern area for the hookshot. Oh, good lord.
Bright not having his sword, though, I think, unfortunately, is going to...
Yeah, that's gonna hurt.
Yeah, I don't know how they finish the seat if they don't go there. I legitimately...
Yeah, he's gonna have to at some point. He needs that extra glove.
Well, yeah, he needs the extra glove. He needs the sword. He'll need the mirror, most likely, and the ice rod.
Ooh, that was our bow in Hookshot Cave.
Nice.
And a mushroom.
And a mushroom.
Ooh, and a bottle. Okay, now this is actually another cool bit I just want to pop in real quick. With that mushroom in tow and the Cane of Samaria in play, we can go ahead and hold on to that and do our fake powder. However, we just found powder, so that's not necessary. But for future use, people, you can actually use the mushroom as a fake powder.
Gonna see what's on. Oh, hey, look, that is a sword that you definitely want to have. Gonna check Spectacle Rock as well. And yeah. Oh, I missed what was on the Spectral Rock. Looked at the other screen. Bright is lost, it looks like, honestly. But yeah, I would highly recommend anyone who is looking to get into racing, learn dark rooms as soon as you can. They just make your life so much easier. Especially Old Man Cave, 100% learn that every time. You should always learn the eastern ones. The eastern ones are super easy if you find a right strat for them. What else? Yeah, definitely those two first. Like, it's just a no-brainer. TRs is not too hard either. The maze, pod maze is good to learn, and you can actually do it pretty easily with feeling out the walls. Here's our lamp. What? I don't know anymore. I don't know where the lamp is. I haven't been keeping track of the locations as well as I should have. Legitimately, I'm not 100% sure. There must be something I'm just not thinking of.
All right, I have returned.
Oh, lamp
Miss
is
anything?
in. No. Gloves were.
Oh.
Neither glove was hard locked, right?
Yeah, neither glove was hard locked.
Yeah, Tin's Tomb then.
Good lord, this lamp is just atrociously evil.
And Darkwind. Well, I mean, it's not like you need the lamp. Well, some people, a lot of people need the lamp, but you don't need the lamp.
Yeah,
to be
it's a convenience. Now, if the fire rod happens to be
lamp
locked
locked,
behind
yes. Yes. I'll be quite happy with the seed not checking. I mean, I probably put the lamp if it's at Tin's Tomb. That wouldn't be too bad. Woo!
Ooh, that mold arm. Oh boy.
Yeah. You need the if you need the lamp to do dark rooms, you need the lamp, but you don't need the lamp to beat the game unless fire rod's locked behind it. That's what I'm saying. That's why it's so important. It's an item that's used so often. So that's why I highly recommend new people who want to get into racing to learn it. It doesn't take time that long. You can use maps. You have a map.
Oh my god, there it is.
Oh, it's mirror. Yeah, it's mirror.
Yep. Okay, that either means that the flute is in King's Tomb or the book is. But at least we know where the lamp is.
Nope, the lamp can be there easily. Wait, where's the other glove?
Other glove is in Mini Moldworm Cave, I think.
Yeah,
no, back
so
it's
just
or one of those two.
Yeah, so it's just that's all it is. It's required bunny.
Well, once they get the flute.
Oh right. Okay, so yeah, flute is interesting.
And that was a Dark World map. It looked like Skull Woods was another pendant. I didn't see where our last one was. Flipper. Oh my gosh, flippers. What the heck? Hobo has the freaking flute?
Nobody checked Hobo? Funny.
Nobody checked Hobo. What is this seed? Good lord.
It could also be the book. You could also have the book. Very fun seed.
What is wrong with this? But yeah, anyway, back to the fun stuff. Since we have that Skull Woods on a pendant, then we don't have to worry about Pedestal having the fire rod, because kind of need it to complete that dungeon. Now this is a good thing for Argel here. Oh, here we go. Turtle Rock is actually our... So, fun thing, we don't actually need the fire rod this game.
Is actually interesting.
With both the Skullwoods and Turtle Rock dungeons as pendants, yeah, we don't need it.
We're not far from go mode, honestly.
Yeah, we're missing hammer, flute, whatever safeties people are comfortable with, and whatever medallion we need to open up Misery Mire.
Sprite's inputs are misconfigured? I'm not sure what you mean.
Oh, he's probably playing on an emulator using keyboard. In some cases, if you don't have a control pad, you can go ahead and set up your keys to be certain things, and it may be that he's reversed them. Oh, that's what it is. Apparently, he doesn't have any of the diagonals set, so he is stuck to just up, down, left, and right. Oof, that stinks. That's why I recommend a quick plug. Be sure to grab the wonderful gamepads at your local electronics store. And back to the other fun, Tennis Dude is giving us a Skull Woods view while Argel is checking out to the east. Neither can be fully completed in terms of getting all the items. Tennis Dude can't beat Mothula, and Argel, albeit not finding the hammer here, can't get to the big chest, but we can at least kill Blind. However, he's dipping out, not going to take that chance, and since it's just a pendant, we don't need to worry about it.
Oh, Bright's finally...
Yay! He's going to the well! Alright, how many digs are we going to do today? Ooh, 22 for the fire rod. That... Oh man, this does not bode too well. Well, assuming that Turtle Rock is ether, we are one item away from clearing it. Now, to put all of you fun people in chat hopeful, there is another item outside of one of the medallions that is necessary to complete the game that could still be on PED, and that is our wonderful flute. Now, chances are the flute is more than likely going to be on a hobo, but it's a 50-50 toss-up right now as to being flute or book. One of those two is on hobo, because that's how we have access to the desert.
Yeah, we're gonna see what it is eventually. I'm surprised that nobody's, put 2 and 2 together with everything that's missing.
Yeah, we'll get to it eventually. I mean, Argel's the only one with the flippers.
Moon Pearl's on the old man, so we're lamp locked. Technically.
Yep. And Lamp is on Desert Ledge, which we still logically have not found a way to get to. Or at all, honestly.
So at this point, we're really only looking for the hammer and then whatever access to that lamp. Once they get that hammer, we're good.
I mean, we still need flute to go ahead and get to Misery Mire, but
right,
I'm
but
still
it's
100%. I'm like 99% certain that it's going to be on hobo.
Yeah, exactly.
Ooh, also, we got tempered in the flute spot. That is nice. We're not going to have to worry about any type of damage this game. I mean, silvers are just going to be the cherry on the top of the whipped cream here.
And we're going to look at, I guess, medallions as well, and we need bombos, I guess, so that's one more item to add, but...
Ooh, okay, so that's dodging a bullet.
Oh, wait, no, we don't need bombos.
Yeah, don't need bombos yet. Only reason we'd need bombos is if whatever was required to get to Misery Mire is in Turtle Rock or on PED, which is very slim.
Mm-hmm.
And let's see if this is a hyper gripe cave. We get 3 bombs off the NPC. Our butter sword, woo, $20, 10 arrows, and $20. I
I like butter, but wasn't great. I'd say a 5 out of 10.
I mean, butter speeds things up quite a bit, so I would definitely consider that perfectly fine. That's better than you find in most spots. So,
Only reason why I gave it that high point is because if you somehow skip your Master Sword or Tempered, that's going to be your Tempered. So that's going to be your damage upgrade, and so worth it.
looks like we're doing Thieves Town.
Yeah, let's see if Tinna's Dude actually stays with it and takes the full reign, or if we're just going to dip out like Argel did.
Looks like we're gonna. Oh,
Yeah, we're continuing. Now, the interesting thing here is that we only found one item in Thieves Town, and that was the red. There's still 3 items back there. The problem is that we found the small key up front, so that's kind of a... That could mean that we've got something in the big chest, and that's a big gamble, especially for Cream Pendant. Ooh, wait, Argel, are you gonna do Hobo? Please tell me you're gonna do Hobo.
I assume he's gonna do something in the water.
Oh, he never went over here yet. Oh, that means... Okay. That's interesting. That means we're already on red armor. Because he's going to find his next upgrade here in about 10 seconds. Oh, wait. I'm mixing up locations. Never mind. Ignore me! But he did find his cane, so that's a good thing. Now go to Hobo.
They don't go to Ice Rock Cave. Well, hopefully they'll get the water walk in, but
Heck, at that point you won't even need it. You got flips. Swim,
Well,
boy, swim!
I mean, I'll always take the ability to go significantly faster.
What is this, a race? Come on. Now, fun thing for all those wondering here, since Argel does have the... Oh no, don't save him quit. Don't save...
Okay.
No! Anyway, back on track. Argel does have the fire rod, so he can pop into Ice Palace. Doesn't have the hammer, so can't complete it, but has that cane, so we can do a super cool trick that we have decided to call the Icebreaker. To answer that question in chat, we don't know what's at Hobo. We have a really good idea, but we don't know. Currently, the word is out that it's either going to be the book or the flute, because we know that lamp is on Desert Ledge, and you kind of need that to progress with the... Not normally, but in this situation, yeah. Come on, Bright, go. Yes, go. Go north. Go north. Yes! We're getting our hobo check. Thank you, you wonderful person.
Well, we don't actually need the lamp to progress. We need... Oh, and unfortunately that is...
Oof.
Without the flippers, you die in randomizer instead of get teleported to a 0 spot.
Yeah, because in vanilla, you just stay in that one spot forever. There's no way around.
Well, you just save and quit. So it's the same outcome, except you avoid the chance of a hard block. That's the only change. It's only a hard block if you move after. And there is Bombos, which would let us into Turtle Rock now.
Oh boy. I mean, we still need our hammer to get in there, but still, that's one more piece of the puzzle that is kind of pushing us towards a pendant Turtle Rock, and nobody wants to go there.
Oh, Test Dude is trying to do the glitch.
Ooh, and Bright's going back. Yes, okay. So just don't get hit by anything, dude, and we're good. You got this.
Without diagonal movement, it's gonna be actually quite difficult.
Oh yeah, this is gonna be really, really painful to do. But if he can go through it, then oh boy.
Yeah, people just need to read their emulator when they're put in their inputs in. It's right there, the diagonals. It's like up,
Yep.
up, it says like up, left, down, right, etc.
Read your instruction manual, kids. It's important.
Yeah.
All right,
Okay.
moment of truth.
There we go.
All right, now we're good. Now we are in hammer go mode. Now what's
Even-
funny?
Quit to Lynn's house for some reason.
Yeah, he's gonna go activate the flute. For those
Right, but
wondering,
it's-
yes, you can go to sync and it's quicker. So if you get the flute and you need to activate it, go to sync.
We just need the hammer and most likely just the hammer, but you don't know. I've been playing so much cross-world Keysanity that only needing items is weird. These guys have barely touched dungeons, and they're already almost done when you probably have to check at least a few dungeons in cross-world.
Right? Goodness gracious, I just played across keys just recently, and the annoying thing was I actually found all the locations I needed. I was just on an item hunt. I was 3 big keys away, and I was like, yeah.
Oh, there's a fire rod.
Now, quick thing to note here, and this is actually going to be interesting for the other run, since we've only got the 4 on restream, these are the 4 that you guys get to enjoy watching, but we do actually have quite a few runners in today's race. I'm thinking that some of these other runners are going to go ahead and fake Flipper to Hobo a lot sooner than our 4 restreamers
Oh
did.
yeah, I have no idea how it took this long for somebody to, and it's the person in, like, I have to say last. Like they're definitely like with how long it took them to get their sword and such, that they are definitely far behind.
Making the least amount of progress, we'll just put it that way.
Yeah.
But yeah, this is going to be a nutso run for most of our runners. I think, though, what most of the more experienced runners are going to do is they'll probably orphan the desert area until they actually find either the Titan's Mitts and the medallions necessary to open up Mystery Mire, or that Kane and Titan's Mitts combo. Thankfully, they're pretty close to each other, so they may actually check that sooner, but I doubt anyone's actually going to find out that the lamp is on Desert Ledge for quite some time. Now back to these wonderful 4 runners. Tennis Dude is finally making his way into Eastern to get that hook shot. This is going to go ahead and push him over to the Paradox area, let him get his bow off of Hookshot Cave, and then let him get his powder as well. Now, where is that hammer going to be? Now, thankfully, Tennis Dude is going to go ahead and let me know here in a second, but I think we actually have an item back on Armos. If that is the case, Argel is going to be in a right place to go ahead and go finish Armos and then go to Pod. So where are you taking this game? Show us the progression. Take the wheel.
I mean, it's probably Hammer in Misery Mire. Because it can't. Like, Choco Rock is. Oh, yeah, people are asking for Ped, just aren't. Or think that this could even possibly be a pedestal seed, aren't paying attention at all. There's literally, like, I would put a 0% chance that this is anything close to that. So.
Yeah, I'd say 0.5. It could literally only be Quake.
I think
And-
0.5 is actually higher than the actual percentage of ped seats. Period. So, it's not that. I think ped's like 0.2% of seats or something. It might be 2%, but I want to say it's not even a full percent anymore.
Yeah, it's pretty dang low. Unless you're playing a specialty thing like co-op or spoiler or anything that's outside of the norm, because apparently it likes to be much more frequent. I love that hook speed. Thank you, Tennis Dude. That was fun.
Argyle might actually get their flute soon.
Yep, we just did our catfish and got a big whopping nothing. Gonna check
Probably
our waterfall.
Probably not because of where they are.
Yeah, it depends. I mean, they're right for it. I mean, routing is a big thing in this game, and how you route is if you're going to win or not, aside from execution. I would go ahead, if I were Argyle, I would actually pop over, pick up Zora, head on back down, take that whirlpool, go check out the hobo, and then immediately go to the pod eastern area, because he can clear eastern, and he can clear most of pod.
Honestly, I think somebody's going to be done this seed, like in total, not necessarily on the restream, by like 110 to 120.
Oh yeah, this was a really, really nice seed.
I'm putting Hammer in like Misery Mire, and somebody had the flute like ages ago and got everything else, because like you don't even have to do any of the lawn checks. So
exactly. So far, the only dungeon that actually had any progression for us was Eastern, and that was the hookshot, and technically wasn't even necessary. I mean, we didn't have to get it until we got the bow, because the bow was in the bonk chest. I mean, that's also assuming that our other progressive bow is not somewhere out of the way.
yeah.
And while we're having everyone retrace each other's footsteps, give a quick shout out to our runners here. If you'd like what you're seeing and want to go ahead and see more, please give them a click on their and check out their channels. See if you'd like to follow them. And shout outs to our trackers tonight. We've got Jinxie Girl and another name I'm going to butcher, Viality 92. Thank you for pushing the buttons behind the scenes and making our jobs easier.
DJ has the information of the lamp. Razen doesn't have the access up there.
Here we go. We've got ourselves our flute on Argyle's side. Tennis Dude is about to go ahead and pick up that bow. This is going to be good. It'll push him back towards the eastern area.
Well, we're finally going to see it from DJ and from Argyle.
Has anyone turned in that mushroom yet?
No, but nobody's really had the ability to.
Nah, the opportunity. Thankfully, Argel with that flute should just beeline right over there.
Darkwind losing his portal there is gonna be unfortunate. Because they were probably aiming to go to to pod area, and the only way is to take the really long way without the hammer. So they'll have to do a complete reroute now with this flute.
Argel saw that lamp and was like, no, that's mine. I want it. Up, here comes the Misery Mire spot. Let's see. It's... Wait, what was that? Bombo?
Yeah, it looks like bombos.
Yeah, that was Bombos.
So it's gonna be in desert, or the hammer's probably gonna be in desert or in Misery Mire. I don't remember where Bombos was.
That was over on Bumper Ledge, so you will actually need to get your cape out of Spiral Cave. And of course, one of our wonderful people in chat wishing the worst on our runners, hoping that Hammer is in Ice Palace.
Oh, there's Book.
Yeah. Okay, that's mean. Book in Desert Palace.
I mean, I prefer that. I'd rather flute to Desert Palace than have to do the walk. So, anytime I see a Book in there, I'm quite happy. Good key.
French vanilla. And there's our map.
I mean, Hammer in Ice Palace in the seed would be nice, honestly. Do
Yeah, but who's gonna go into there to check for the hammer? That's like going into Swamp and checking the first chest.
well, I mean, like, if you're in go mode, you would. You'd just be like, well, I need the... If you need everything but the hammer, you just would go... You'd do everything else. You do, Eastern Desert, Misery Mire, Hera...
Well, yeah, you do those first.
Then you check Ice Palace, and if it's on there, then you check the one chest in Swamp. If it's not there, then you start doing pendants.
Well, that's what I mean. I mean, you don't run over to Swamp immediately. If you're in go mode and like, I've got no dungeon, let's go check the first one in Swamp. No. But yeah, I agree with you. Do everything else first, and then go.
Then start doing partial chats, and then do pendants. But of course, like, if it was me, whatever I chose would be the run. It would actually be to do all the pendants because it was somehow locked 3 pendants deep. Hammer is required for TR 100%.
I mean, in non-glitch modes, yes. You don't want to try and get into TR without the hammer in non-major glitches, because that's wrong and mean and cheap. And sadly, this is a non-major glitch race, so we have to be kind, rewind, and don't clip into Turtle Rock. I wasn't paying attention to Argel. Did we find our item on Landmo?
Nope, I don't see the hammer selected, so
Dang.
just gotta trust the tracker there.
Off to checkerboard.
Yep, it's not there. Okay, nothing there. Oh.
And we're getting close to hopefully finishing this race out. All we gotta do is find that hammer and start running through dungeons. Now, what's funny is that nobody decided to do the back of Thieves Town, and there are still 3 items in there. At this point, I'd start just bum rushing these dungeons.
Yep. I mean, Darkwind can do Mire, so I assume that's where they're going next. Mire only has 2 items, though, which is a little unfortunate, but
Thankfully, it's a crystal, so it'll be worth it. Now, the ones that I'd try and get out of the way ASAP would definitely be Desert. Well, sadly, the hammer is what we need, so normally would be Desert Pod for that 5-6. But say if it was like 5-6 was on Hera or Swamp, that's what I would go for. Assuming hammer wasn't... You know, never mind.
I don't know where Darkwind is going. Oh,
Back
okay.
to... I think he's setting up the spooky action.
Yeah, I guess spooky. Sure.
Spooky! For those that don't know, you're going to see what we mean in about 3 minutes. But first, we have to set this bird on fire. No, don't kill it! Aww. Murderdactyls deserve to be lit on fire. Remember, light those birds on fire. Don't give them a quick and painless death. Alright, now it's my time.
Yeah, I would bet that if it's not here, then yeah, it's gonna be probably I'm gonna guess that the hammer's in a crystal dungeon. Now whether that's a crystal dungeon you want it to be in or not, it's a different question. But the worst part about hammer and say pod is the long trek. I actually find that hammer and pod is one of the more annoying ones because of how long the trek is to get over there. Hammer and ice is honestly probably less time to get the item than hammer and pod.
Very true, yeah. Honestly, I would prefer... Okay, prior to learning the icebreaker, I would prefer it to be in pod. Now that we have the icebreaker, Ice Palace is just a walk in the park.
If hammer is on tablet, Argo skip the book. Well, I don't know what the book has anything to do with tablet, but hammer can't be on...
not pedestal, the tablet.
Oh, yeah, okay. How do you manage to skip the book?
I think he skipped the middle chest, yeah.
That's, okay.
Interesting decision. And Chad is making a good point, too. With Thieves Town being a green pendant and 3 items being in the back, that honestly would have been a really good one to early dip. Not only, of course, for the sake of finding the hammer, but you get an extra item by turning it into Sassafras. Sahasrara.
Oh.
And sadly, Tin's dude cannot go into Misery Mire just yet because he never picked up the bombos. But he does have that cape, so he can go get it. Ooh, okay, that's our second item for Argel in Thieves Town. Got a 33% chance of an item being in that big chest.
Darkwind's continuing with the big chest now.
Definitely better to be safe than sorry.
Okay, I haven't been paying attention fully to the number of items Darkwind's found.
Alright, that's our second to last item. So either the last item is going to be in that big chest, which thankfully won't be the hammer, or it's just going to be a dungeon item.
Either way, this gives him green pendant, which could also be the hammer, which would be kind of a.
That would be funny.
Still, I think it's gonna be in a crystal. It's just that all of the crystals it could be in at this point is like basically it's basically 33% gamble if my prediction's right. And
Also, thank you for that wonderful pun, Blind. The worms, lazy worms, keep dragging their feet.
Worms aren't dragons.
All right, now, Argel, go to Eastern. Take that pendant, give it to Sassy Pants.
I mean, they're probably. Oh no, they're mirroring. Oh, looks like they're gonna take the lawn walk. Yeah, they're gonna take the lawn walk there. I would check Swamp's one chest while they were taking this lawn trip anyway. That's what I would do. They're already like gonna pass by Swamp, so why not?
Yeah, that's fair.
If it's there, you're probably the only one who checks it, right? Yeah, and that's what they're doing.
Oh, that's right. And it looks like he did actually pick up that book from the desert, so we're going to get a Bombos tablet check.
Okay.
Meanwhile, Darkwing is going to town on that Vidrius. Whew. Gotta love the cape strats.
If you didn't use the tape, you just charge. You should just dash and deal damage.
And it's a whole lot more fun.
If you have golden. If you don't, you should use tempered spins for that boss. It's gonna. Both of those are gonna use less magic, so you're less worried about like taking damage.
I just go to town with tempered and just sit there and start just bashing. Practice how fast I can spam that button.
Okay, so Argel's not turning green, but they are doing the mounts, which means that they'll get their cape, which means that they'll be able to get Bombos. And that might be what they're thinking, is to just figure out how to get that Bombos. Now that it's recorded. Oh! Right, unfortunately, died in Thieves Town, trying to get to the back. Ah.
And here's Ether. Let's see if we got something.
Oh yeah, I kind of forgot about Skullwoods existing.
Dang, both our tablets had 10 arrows. That stinks.
Nothing much there. Okay, Bright's trying again. And I don't think that this attempt is going to go too well. If they were paying attention, they would have remembered that their stun prize is... Actually, I'm not sure where they're going. Their stun prize is actually fairy, so they can just throw a boomerang out and kill something. I'm surprised at Darkwind doing pendants. Pendants seem like such a bad play when you're only looking for the hammer.
Well, that's one good thing you gotta learn when you are new coming out of the gate. You just gotta figure out what dungeons to do and which ones not to do.
Looks like Bright is bailing.
Now, did I miss it, or did Tennis... Oh wait, no, Tennis isn't the one. That's right, Argel. Argel's the one that's got the green pen.
Okay, Argel's got the... Yeah, Argel hasn't turned it in, I don't think. Pet has been dead for like 58 minutes.
Ped still lives in our hearts.
No.
Alright, finally getting to see what's on our most nights. Ooh, very nice quick kill for Tennis Dude, and is rewarded with a cane of burn. Not necessary, but not a bad convenience to have right now.
Okay, Bright's making their way through Desert Palace. Tennis Dude teleported to 5. Forgot that they need to want to go to Pod, but forgot. Can't do that without the hammer.
Yeah, you kind of need that hammer.
Want to see if
Ooh.
Pod is... Sorry, go ahead.
I think Darkwing is... Nope, he's going to check Pyramid first. We may get our first pod check from Darkwing.
Yeah, I assume that Darkwind and Tennis are both aiming for Pod. Oh, never mind. Tennis is going for... There's the armor.
I mean, it's not bad to get this stuff out of the way right now.
Yeah.
Better now than never.
But what if Hammer is Ped? Well, then this seed would be in a special group of 1 in like multiple billion seed that broke in the logic generator without the logic check failing.
And we will have to call Cynic to fix his bot and then mock him viciously.
Well, actually, that wouldn't even be Cynic at that point. The bot for an open mode just opens an open mode seed, just tells the thing. If it's a mystery seed, then that's Sinet's problem.
I'm still blaming Sahabad. Blame him for everything.
But yeah, it is quite literally impossible for a unbeatable seed to occur unless, at least this late into a version.
Oh yeah.
An unbeatable seed can generate earlier in a version, like the first week or two. Sometimes I remember that there was a tournament match once that was unbeatable because they didn't put Spike Cave was only locked behind Hammer and gloves, and somebody got a seed where they only had 6 hearts. And it was quite literally impossible to beat the seed because there was not enough hearts, no other ways of gaining health. And so they added
no
on
safeties or nothing.
Yeah, they quickly added on the additional safety requirement. So
smart.
But that was like one of the only unbeatable seeds I've ever seen generated in like 3 years. That was actually like an improv, and that wasn't even the logic was correct. It's just it wasn't written correct. It just wasn't written in a feasible way. The seed was beatable as far as the game was told. It's a little history. Like in all the years I've been watching and playing, I've never seen or heard of a seed that was broken. Yeah, and there's also been things with like where the players could screw up, but like I've never seen the actual logic fail. There's a lot of steps to prevent that from happening behind the scenes.
Lots of numbers, lots of thinking.
Yep.
All hail our computer overlords.
If you've ever generated multi-world seeds on your own computer, you'll see why. You'll kind of get an idea of the process that happens behind the scenes, and why it can. If you're generating for 25 people, it can take a while for the logic. It will actually create seeds, and then it will throw out seeds that are impossible, which is what happens in a lot of other randomizers. I don't think that part of the. I'm not sure how they do it with ALTTPR anymore, but in a lot of like smaller randomizer teams, they'll sometimes have a number of like how many failed seeds were created before it generated you a correct one. Okay, we've got no one still checking the half crystals. Still people just checking the pendants.
Those silly billies.
Pod for the first time. So
yeah, I would have gone into pod way earlier.
Still no one finished, but I'm gonna guess somebody's in GT at this point. That's my call. Somebody's in GT right now. Okay. Interesting. Doing the logical order instead, or no, actually going to the left would be more logical, but can't get out of the left, so you'd have to mirror anyway. And by left, I mean right. Dun, 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 dun. Overloaded sound chip.
Ooh, we are gonna have ourselves a mullet mansion. Business up front, party in the back.
Okay. Will there be a hammer? Not sure what Bright's... Oh, Bright. Yeah, that's not at all how you do that one. Not even...
Yeah, without diagonals, that's not going to work very well.
No. DJ's going back. See what they find back here. Oh,
Whoops.
at least let the bomb go off. Hammer go. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's like the hammer go mode, especially the way that this seed has been. That's why I think that somebody's done in like 120. There's enough racers that there's 23 racers. Somebody picked the right order for this. This was like most of the stuff wasn't in dungeons. It's really just being the hammer.
Yep, hammer and hookshot are the only two things. And technically, well, no, not even book. Yeah, just hammer and hookshot.
Like, so because of that, and even then, like most of the stuff was found quite early.
Oh yeah.
And yeah, so somebody found the hammer. Somebody made the right call. They went to like they hadn't done Eastern, and then they did Pod and Eastern out of like just because that was what's left.
Yep.
No one shut the first shift to the swamp. Nobody on streams shut the ice palace. But again, that's at this point it's probably in one of those two locations. Okay. Could be vanilla.
Oh yeah. Let's
No.
come on. Vanilla, 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 vanilla.
No.
Oh.
So now we're at ice palace or swamp is the main options. Looks like he actually double checked his inventory there while checking the yeah, so now if I was DJ, I'd probably check ice palace.
Now let's see. For Ice Palace, logically, we've got Pin Gator Room, we've got Freezor Room, we've got Spike Room, and Ice Tea. And if we get the big key in any of those, then we've also got the big chest.
I'm not sure what's left on the mountain for DJ.
Spike Cave, but
Oh,
kind of need a hammer for that.
yeah. Well, no, they might have something else that I've just forgotten, but no, they're checking the tablet. Wait, how does Bright Beginner not have the lamp? They were in desert,
They never went to the ledge.
but they mirrored at the ledge, looked at the lamp, and then ran on. I looked away from them. I didn't check to see that they got it, but they were literally beside it. That's a little odd.
Nah, he's too good for lamp.
No, he actually no, he beat desert, or he was in desert. I remember commenting that he was in desert. So okay, well. Yeah, he got to the back, and then... Well, actually, yeah, he was in the back, actually. I didn't even notice, but he doesn't have the fire rod either yet. So, okay. Yeah, another person in pod. Actually, two more people in pod. Darkwind is in... I really want somebody to just take the... Like, this is what I mean. It's like the fact that it's in swamp or ice.
Yeah.
Is like somebody's in... I bet if I were to click around at the usual suspects, Twitters, like, I bet one of them is there.
You'll have to forgive me with the long pauses.
Yeah.
I'm enjoying some wonderful, wonderful pork.
Well, at this point, they are just doubling back up on themselves, so.
Yep. Perfect time to go ahead and plug in our racers. Feel free to go ahead and give them a click on those links and give them a follow. And shoutouts once again to our 2 trackers, Jinxie Girl and Vel, whose name I will pronounce one of these days. Doing all the clicking behind the scenes, making our lives easier. Bright, you can't go on to Swamp without the flippers, dude. Well, he's about to find out.
Yeah. Yeah, and as I tuned in to one of the usual suspects for finishing seats quickly, Hammer is definitely, I was correct in where Hammer is. Or in my prediction of like where the logic wanted Hammer. But I won't spoil it yet.
I was going to say, don't spoil it yet, man. That's like half the fun.
But I was right. Well, I mean, we already knew I was right on that part. That it was in a crystal. Just I know which one it is now. Literally clicked into a stream as they got it. We're
You
literally
are psychic. Now, if this were a nice seed, it would have actually hid Fire Rod behind Cold Stick, and then Hammer would be like Ping Gator room. So you'd go through and be like, "Oh yeah, I can do this. Oh wait, I don't have bombos. Wait, how did I get into Ice Palace in the first place? I don't have fire." Ooh, is he? Yet. Argel's doing it. He's doing it.
Heck yeah. Okay. We already got that. We got the hammer.
Ta-da!
We can now finish this dungeon quite quickly. Archer just remember, wait a second. Why don't I just do this? I'm done.
Yep, with hitting that switch again, though, you can go ahead and even forego finding the big key, set up this icebreaker, and you were good to go. But yeah, that is just mean, finding the hammer in that one spot. I really hate having to go mode hammer. Even though it locks a lot of places, I don't like it. I really don't. Now that's a fun bit of tech that I still can't do. I typically use that hook shot to line up through the stairs, but that cool spin dash that you can do will allow you to kind of glitch through, but you have to be real good on it. Otherwise, you could die. I mean, like, literally, Link will just take so much damage, he'll just be like, dead. Oh wow, I blinked and Cold Stare's down. Good job on Argel.
Yeah, they are going to probably be the first on restream to be done for sure. Darkman could be actually there right behind. Although it looks like they're going to have to take the long way. They might not know Icebreaker. Oh, never mind. Right, they're hitting the switch for Icebreaker. Okay. I'll learn this eventually. Too lazy to learn the new tricks. Just gonna keep playing. When the new tournament starts, I'll change my mind on learning Icebreaker and Hera. I get by on ladder enough without using either of them.
Well, that's the fun of convenience, though. Like, if it weren't for the fact that we have butter here, I'd definitely still be looking for silvers. If it was still stuck on Master Sword, I'd be like, nope, I'm taking a few extra seconds to look for those silvers.
Yeah, I did that in my entrance this morning. I took some extra time to... Well, I did Ganon with Master Sword Silverless, and then Ganon was like, silvers are in Pod. I'm like, no, Pod's not hard to get to. If I die, I'll go get it. I didn't get silvers, but I did find the other 2 swords, which were also in Pod.
Ooh, nice.
I was so confused. I was like, well, I came here for one convenience, but I'll take this, I guess. You know, it's not too difficult. I found that quite funny that they were in the same dungeon, and I had no pod key. I had 1 pod key, or no, 2. So I just hit as many chests as I could to see what I could find, and yeah. So it's funny how things work out that way sometimes. Our runners probably silvers looks like they're probably in. I'm gonna guess in Swamp or in like Swamp, but it's just they won't check, or GT. That's my guess. You know what's funny is I actually really like doing Ice Palace, especially in seeds where I don't have the hammer. Like doing the Ice Palace this way, like in this kind of seed, because I hate traveling across Dark World the long way, like from the city, right? It's such a long time. So I just do it usually because I've seen the hammer and I've seen Hunchshot in there a lot, like, or other item. This is a place that Lamp usually ends up, is in Ice Palace.
Yeah, that's true. More often than not, I've had Ice Palace that actually have something good in there.
Yeah, it's just the way that the logic sometimes does want you to do these. Doesn't want you to do like these weird things. So doing the buffering. So let's. Didn't get it. The seed generally does want progress you forward. So if you've cleared a lot of things, what was the last thing you got? Was it the Titans bits and the flippers? Well, probably here then. Looks like Tennis is taking the time to shed some extra chests that others didn't. Half magic.
Oh.
That's actually really good. That is a really, really, really good find.
Yeah.
The fact that nobody took the extra, 5 seconds to grab that chest is very interesting. Yeah, looks like we're gonna have Argel doing Swamp now. Final crystal for them.
And here we go into this Palace of Swamp. Probably going to go ahead and see our next glitch, The Diver Down, which is a fantastic album. Yeah, I'm 100% convinced at this point that Bright is not super familiar with Link to the Past. Just a hunch. But hey, he gets an excellent A+ for effort.
There is DJ Dark with Pod down. We'll see if they decide to make the Ice Palace. Or no, they've already done the Ice Palace play, so they're just moving on to Swamp. I forgot they didn't do the Pod dip. Okay, we're gonna see our first artist kill in just a moment. You understand that glitch Argyle just did? It's called Diver Down. It's part of a lot of new glitches. I just recommend searching up Diver Down. If you're in the ALTTPR Discord, there are a lot of resources. It was discovered. It's part of a similar group of tricks that all kind of came about at the same time. So definitely a good thing to look up.
Ooh, and now that I'm done choking on pork, and Argyle has his 7th crystal, we're going to play a wonderful game. It's called Guess the Key Location in Ganon's Tower. Pick a number between 1 and 22. You won't win anything, but you will get our undying love and affection for the next 24 hours. I typically go with 13. Which one do you go with?
1.
Oh, you're nice.
Wish unto others as you wish to be done unto you.
Definitely 13 then.
When I'm done a seed, like when I've got go mode, depending on if it was like this, if I was in go mode like with these guys, like this was actually a pretty nice seed. They got a lot done. We also had a finish pretty quickly. Be on like in the total groupings. So this was a nice seed. I would have loved to have played this one. I considered playing it, but then I saw the pin for me and commentators decided to commentate. So.
See, you're just too nice a fellow.
I just like to have fun seeds myself. And when I found all the items, I just want the seed to be done. I don't really like climbing Ganon's Tower. I like the everything before go mode. That's the part of the game I like.
True, the hunt is really, really enticing.
Like, there's so many randomizers that I play casually that like Area of Sorrow, the amount of times I've actually killed Julius is like single digits, but I've probably played over 100 Area of Sorrow randomizers, but I usually just quit them like before, like when I get go mode, because killing Julius in randomizer is very trivial. It's like extremely trivial. That's a good randomizer though. If you are an ALTTP randomizer fan and you're looking for something similar, but new, like the area of sorrow is basically like left is basically a platform in ALTTP. Like it's one of the best Castlevanias, and its randomizer is very fun. So that's my recommendation.
I have seen that, and that is uber fun to watch. The one I always recommend is the Soul Blazer randomizer. Soul Blazer is such a fun and easy game, and when you add randomizer to it, it's like, oh, this is fun.
Definitely expand your eyes. Like, randomizers are fun. Do more randomizers.
Yes. And nothing on the right side, so we are at chest number 6. Let's see if Argel goes for it. Nope, he's going to go ahead and head over to the left now. Alright, looks like number 7 was nothing, so we're moving over to the Dark Magician room. And to answer that in chat, no, there is no Breath of the Wild randomized, because Breath of the Wild is randomized. Alright, back to the guessing game. We are down 4 more chests, so up to 11 spots so far. We're coming up on 12. Oof, just 10 arrows. Alright, so moving on to 13, the Fire Snake room. Come on, lucky number 13. Also, I love that movement tech. Freaking Argel being awesome with that boomerang. Ooh. And... oh, it's Quake. Boo.
Okay.
Alright, coming up to checks number 14, 15, 16, and 17. This is the wild pot. Normally, people like to start in the bottom left and go clockwise. Let's see what Argel does. Alright, so we got 15, 16, 17, and 18. Bummer.
Okay, other than the fact that Bright hasn't done Spiral, they're actually kind of close to go mode, but they have no dungeons done. They need to do Spiral. They need to actually beat a dungeon.
Yeah, they're good on collecting items, that's for sure.
They're gonna do Diver Down, which is surprising. I don't think they know how to.
Yeah, I don't believe so.
See, this is why, like, I don't care to learn these. It takes me a while to learn tricks, so, like, it took me a long time to learn how to do, like, even basic tricks, like, you know, certain bomb jumps. And even then, I sometimes don't do those bomb jumps, because I know that, with my controller being an Xbox One Elite, it doesn't have the... It has a good D-pad for movement, but not for, like, finite, like, press taps.
Oh,
So,
yeah.
It's great for movement, but I feel like it's very inconsistent on like how much I move like down.
Also, that was key location number 21. Almost got tile room. Sorry, fellas and gals. No tile room today.
And so Argel's the first one. Darkwind Duck is not too far behind. Just gotta do left side. And then Tennis is, you know, climbing up the mountain, so they're kind of in a procession line.
And it looks like the closest one was actually blue_raid. So you didn't win the Price is Right rules, but you did guess the closest. It's a good guess there. You win all of our love and affection is only good for the next 24 hours. Some exclusions apply.
Oh.
Whoops. What you doing there, Bright? There we go. It looks like he's back in play. We're kosher.
Yeah, we're gonna continue on here. We got, but they're just each behind. Tennis Dude, luckily, is actually taking left first, so gonna not be as far behind DJ as you'd think.
Oh yeah, and execution really plays up to this whole thing.
Yeah.
How well you go through this tower can make or break the run.
Mm-hmm.
Speaking of, Argel is just about finished with the gauntlet, taking down Landmo here in 2 cycles, so not too bad.
It'll tell a lot on if they check some checks there. But if they check some stuff on the top, if they want silvers, because like I always open the chest at the top unless I'm in a 1v1. So actually, almost never nowadays because I'm always playing 1v1s. Thanks, ladder. But in ones like this, I usually check every chest on the way up, unless I'm gold, red, silver.
Now this is interesting on Tennis Dude. He is actually doing the full Dark Magician strats. And that is not something you see very often, but that's where you start off in the left room, check out the 4 chests in the Skulltoa, or Stalfos, I keep forgetting what that one's called. Anyway, do those 4 checks, and then you go full right. Unfortunately, Tennis Dude's not having much luck with this lamp placement. The best thing to do is get this top one here, then do the middle, and then do the bottom 2. And that butter just melts everything. Our second troll dorm is down for the count. And Argel is just leaving those behind. Good choice, because butter is going to melt everything. No need to hunt for those silvers. Now I'm curious just to see where silvers are. I'm wondering if it's going to be in Turtle Rock or if it was in Tile Room. Tile Room would have been hilarious. Nah, left side swamp would be too easy.
I do love seeing the quote after I'm done a seed, honestly. It's like, oh, well, it was there? Really? I would have never, like, just to see how, like, if it was something I could have passed by or not.
Oh, no, dude. No, those are painful. I'd rather it be so far out of the way that it's like, okay, fine, I don't care.
Yeah, I just find it funny when it's like, it was in swamp, and then I'm like, you know, I didn't check those 2 chests at the bottom there. I didn't check the one. Yeah, I could have maybe done that.
It's like, just take the dagger Ganon and twist it a few times, please. Although that Aga 2, that went down pretty quick, so now we're on to the big pig. Archel's got to be really careful. Oh, nope, he's got potions. We're good. A couple of swipes of that butter sword. 6 for the first phase, 6 for the second, 4 for the third. And then we're off to the spins, and we should know where our silvers are. Archel giving us the fun little bit of tech there. Thankfully, you don't actually have to do that with the gold sword, because spin slash gold sword does the same damage as normal slash, so you don't have to worry about it. In fact, the only reason why we recommend doing spin slashes with the gold is just because you can actually time it easier to hit Ganon. I think it's like a 2-frame input to swipe at Ganon.
Yeah, it's actually a fairly tight window that he's vulnerable in the final phase. And the way that the hitbox works on the spin, it's just active for a lot longer. So, but if you're just spamming swipe with gold, like, it's probably fine.
Oh man, Death Mountain, you know what that means.
It was on
Mimic Cave.
Never getting that.
No one's going over there. Nobody's gotten silvers this game.
Yeah. So unfortunately, I mean, yeah, I don't. This is one of those seeds I think like a lot of brand new players might give up there once they fail. Like, if they're not comfortable with this, they'll give it one shot because it's gold, so it's not as long of a fight. But maybe they just kind of give up at that point, because at least in the race, they might finish otherwise. And there it is, GG for Argyle. Not
Woof.
far behind DJ Darkwind, and then after that, Tennis Dude.
That was nuts. Holy cow.
That was a really good seed. I liked it.
Oh yeah, good possibility for a jet seed, but equally good possibility to really mess you up if you happen to orphan a certain location. Like Hobo.
Oh.
The vultures do indeed rule the desert. Here comes our agonometry with DJ Darkwing. Ooh, almost got a good setup for a triple. See if he can do it on this one. Oh no, that blue ball just kind of pincered him in. That's not fun. Ooh, almost got a double on that one too. Yeah, remember, when in doubt, just sword swipe.
And also, the Fates can never throw out blue balls, so always try to prioritize getting a Fates, like getting in the line of sight for a Fate.
Oh yeah, that would be much, much better. Ooh, that one was close though, just the timing was a tad off. And there we go.
No, it doesn't count, because just like in the 3D games, they didn't show it in this one, probably because they didn't have a way to change the color of the ball midair. But In every other game, the ball toss mechanic, it changes colors when you hit it with the Master Sword. It's usually red to blue.
Mm-hmm.
Go watch Puppet Ganon, or not Puppet Ganon, Phantom Ganon. That's the fight.
Someone's been playing a bit too much Wind Waker.
Yeah. It's more like I've watched like probably tens of thousands of hours of Wind Waker speedruns.
They're just way too entertaining, dude, I tell you.
Very fun. Pause. Pausa. Oh, pausa. Okay, yeah, I get it now. I've been watching Wind Waker speedruns since before pausa or Super Swim in any capacity.
Oh yeah, and since we've actually got our first one on stream, I can go ahead and give some of the race a finished. So, going into first place for the overall race was Koi, finishing at 1:23.50, so fantastic sub 90 on that. Next up, we had Tependino finishing second, 1:28.23, and then Michael underscore 1985 finishing at 1:28.46. Oh, and here is Argel. GG's, buddy. If you're attempting to say anything, we cannot hear you.
At all.
So you may
Hello,
want to check.
hello.
Ah, there we
Can
go.
you? Okay. Yeah. Settings in Discord.
It's all good. Yeah, GG's.
Yeah. Thank you very much. What a seed, huh?
Oh yeah, that was one heck of a seed. I gotta say, for those that decided to do a couple of the early glitches, like Fake Flipper, I can understand why someone like Koi was able to get that sub 90, because whoo, that would have just been perfect routing.
Oh yeah, right. Because of the flute, I imagine.
Exactly. But thankfully, you were able to go ahead and check out some of the correct places at just the right time to go ahead and cinch the first place on the restream here.
Yeah, I'm actually really surprised that I got in first place of the restreams.
It was pretty nuts.
Because I checked almost everything that was available, except for Swamp Palace first chest, I guess.
Oh yeah, that was one that we were kind of arguing about where the hammer would be. And thankfully, it was not in that first chest, because oh boy, that can always be a pain. But I'm glad you were able to go ahead and find that hammer through the correct Ice Palace play. That was pretty smart.
Yeah, I believe I only had two options at that time. That was going to Ice or Swamp Palace. So yeah, there were more available chests in Ice, but still a really bad place for finding hammer.
Oh yeah, it could have been far worse. A quick mention for DJ Darkwing, slap them GG's in chat. He has finished up second on the restream with an official time of 1:48.42. And we'll see about getting him in here for an interview as well. Now, as far as the item placement early game, I was really surprised to see the Titan. What was going through your head when you found stuff like the early hook shot and the lamp over on Desert Ledge?
Yeah, actually, I don't even know. I don't even remember anymore the logic that was behind getting that lamp in desert, because actually when I got it, I was like, wow, this doesn't make sense. But maybe I am thinking about the place I found I don't remember the place I found the flippers. That's why.
It was weird. You basically first had to get the glove out of the back, the mirror out of the well, the second set of gloves. Where were those? That was back in Sawhod's closet. That's right. Then you had to get the flippers out of... Or no, excuse me. You had to get the boots first, and then get the flippers out of King's Tomb, and then go to Hobo to get the flute, and then go get your lamp to then go deliver the old man for the moon pearl.
Okay, yeah. Okay, it makes sense, yeah. Because I was thinking that I needed the hook shot for getting the flute, but no, I didn't. Yeah, that's why I was confused about it.
Yeah, that was kind of the make or break for this seed here. Anyone that was able to just galaxy brain that logic right there would get you all the items necessary right off the bat. But anyway, we are also joined by TJ Darkwing. GG's.
Thank you, GG. That was wow, I feel dumb.
Oh, no worries. This was a weird seed for logic, that's for sure.
I mean, I don't think it was that bad. I made some good plays. I did some dumb stuff. That hammer, I don't know why I didn't think to just go to it wasn't hammer locked anymore. The only thing I needed was hammer, so kind of disappointed in that call. Other than that, it was decent seed.
We were actually talking in comms about that. I'm never a big fan of diving dungeons that require hammer to finish without the hammer. And Zelno was like, dude, if it's your go mode, just go. It's fine. Just do it. I'm like, no.
Prioritize crystals. Even if you don't have the items to beat them. If you've got an option between checking, 2 items in Skull Woods, why wouldn't you check the 3 items in Ice Palace? Is my logic when I think about that, especially if it's like that. The only exception would be like Swamp. Pendant Swamp is something I check if I've got everything else, just because 6 items.
And that is why Zelno is a much better runner than me.
I'm not perennial last place, but I at least clear.
You should have seen me like 2 months ago. I was worse than I am now.
Hey, that's a good thing about practice. You just get better and better.
Ladder and dailies, good way to practice. Compare yourself to others.
That's actually helped. The thing that helped the most was the Go Mode podcast mentor tourney that I'm in.
That would help too, yeah.
Oh yeah, that has been a blast, and that's what really kind of helped me the most.
Okay. But yeah, I'm not sure if Tennis is joining us, but I cleared it with that. We'll probably be, just because of how far behind Bright is, most likely if we get Tennis in here, we'll probably be cutting it momentarily, so people. There is actually, if you are interested in more ALTTP, you're thinking, man, I want to watch more ALTTP. Well, you can either go watch Bright, you can watch somebody else in the race who's still going, or if you don't know about this, ALTTP has a ladder where tons of people race. If you were to just go to the Link to the Past directory right now, you can watch tons of people there. So that is definitely something I would recommend. So definitely follow the runners. If you want to watch Bright Beginner, please do so. If you want more ALTTP, check out the ladder. Just go to the ALTTP directory right now, and there'll be 24 people about to start running a mystery ladder. If you don't know, is a series of 1v1 races. It is basically a bot pairs, in this case, 24 people into 12 matches of 1v1s. Good luck finding the same 1v1, but go watch somebody play the ladder. It's very fun. But yeah, so that's what I would recommend is follow the ALTTPR directory, so that on your follow list on Twitch, you can just click that and you can see people who are live with ALTTP. Maybe one day there'll be a separate randomizer directory, who knows? But for now, that's what I would say. My name is Elnaphone.
And I'm Mr. Scruff Ninja Tuna.
Thank you very much, everyone, and have a wonderful day.
Bye, everybody. Oh, wait, never mind. Looks like we actually got Tennis in here. We are coming back just for
Sorry.
a last minute interview.
We didn't see Tennis Dude in. Tennis Dude just got in. Sorry, everyone.
Perfect timing there, but GG's.
How did you feel about the seed? We can't hear you if you're talking.
Oh, is it working now?
Yes.
Hey, there we go.
Yeah. I felt pretty good about it, except for where I found the hammers. Kind of a feels bad moment right there, but
You
Oh,
are far
yeah.
behind on Ray Stream. Only a minute behind Darkwind. So, not the worst in the world.
Yeah, it
yeah,
was pretty good.
yeah. My
Um,
first restream, as a matter of fact.
yeah.
So,
Hey, congrats on that.
well, thanks.
I gotta say, you were doing really well with some of the routing decisions. We noticed that you were actually the first one to head into Eastern to get that hook shot. And I think that kind of led you towards the right direction. Honestly, if it wasn't for the fact that you were the last one, well, second to last, to find that Hammer and Ice Palace, then you probably would have been the first one on Restream. Because you were basically a hammer away from go mode. I would say a good 10-15 minutes before everyone else.
Huh. Wow. Yeah. Yeah, I went into Eastern thinking I would find something in there that would lead me to the Moon Pearl, and then I realized, well, it was the Flippers and King's Tomb that actually
Yeah.
led me to that. Logically, I think.
Oh yeah, it was weird. You basically
Yeah.
had to get Titan's Mitts, to get Flippers, to get Flute, to get the Lamp, to get Moon Pearl. It was weird.
Yeah, really weird.
But nonetheless, GG's on that. Are you still going to be doing some more dailies, doing any of the ladder stuff? Because that was a really good race.
Yeah, I mean, as far as it's okay with my work schedule and stuff, yeah, I'll try to do whatever I can. It's just not going to be able to be like during the regular like morning or afternoon, that kind of thing. So.
Well, that's all good. I definitely recommend taking the time to check out the ladder then. The race times vary from day to day, but they do a lot of late night stuff. And since it's 1v1 scenarios instead of a big pool, it's a little easier to kind of get into a category of your own. So it doesn't put like super high vets against brand new people. So if you're still looking for some fun, I definitely check
I
that.
did start doing ladder like a few weeks ago. Been practice racing like a year before that, then I found out about all these Discord channels and stuff. So, yeah.
Well, was there and was there anything in particular that you wanted to comment about on this seed, or any words of wisdom you want to relay to the viewers?
I'm not sure. I guess go with your instincts, I guess. Yeah, I really don't know I really don't know how to advise finding the Hammer in Ice Palace.
To quote our wonderful meme, just do it!
Yeah. But yeah, GG's to everybody.
GG's. And thanks again to everyone for watching. Please be sure to go ahead and follow our... another shout out to our wonderful trackers. Jinxie Girl and Vel, who's the last part of the name I still can't pronounce. And another shout out to my wonderful co-commentator, Zelmaphone. Feel free to go ahead and check out our speed gaming channels for more awesome speedrunning content. And now that we are legitly done, we shall see you guys later. Have a good night.
See ya.
Thanks.